Oh shit! I didn't actually know I was live then, but yes. What's good, everybody? Team news will be in shortly. 2 minutes. What we're saying tonight? Been on Twitter all day. Follow me on Twitter. Loving it, loving it, loving it. Plymouth Argyle away. Everybody's saying there's an upset on cards, but you know, championship side, aren't they? Welcome, John. Howist. All aboard. I'm trying to get this double screen thing sorted here. We got Bosch. I'm in. Yes. I can see all that needs to be seen now. What we're all saying. Will Byram get a start? Will Cresswell get a start? It's wide open, baby. It's on the BBC. BBC One on the gravy train. Just looking at them all now. Checking in to the home park. It's all Mez there. Don't know if I can't share my screen. I'm going to sort my lives out a bit so I can share my screen and that. I've got like some software that does it all, but I can't. My internet's a bit shit at the minute. So can you actually hear me? Just realised I've not even checked you can hear me. My man Furpo there. Rutter. Surely not, sir. I think we're going to dick it tonight. I think we'll be mint. I think Lonto might get a start. Anthony might get a start. Cooper might get a start. Oh, hang on a minute. We're in. Here we go. So, Mez in net, silent S. Byram, Furpo, Rodon, Cooper. Nice. That's a good solid back line. Byram is obviously in there at right back. Furpo, left back, Rodon, Cooper. Gruev and Kamara keep the place in middle. Nice and strong in there. My little man Gruev and the workhorse Kamara. Anthony, Nonto, Perro and Joseph. What a touch that is. We get to see my man Joseph on bench, strong bench. You've got Geldart, Bamford, Rutter, Somerville, Gray, Ampadu, Cresswell, Van der Heuvel and Klaassen. So that is a strong side. Good stuff. I knew my man Farke wants this run. I'm all in on this cup run. I'm glad Ampadu's got a rest. Everybody's been sort of talking about the fact that Ampadu's never going to get a rest and stuff, but there we go. There is his rest. Be good to see Byram try to get the full 90 minutes in him, or at least 60, 70 minutes, you would imagine. Strong side. Anthony, a bit unfortunate for Anthony, really. It got brought up in the but Anthony hasn't been, you know, if it was to go in order, he would be further down the tier than Anthony, than Nonto rather. Jack, are you reading the chat? Yeah. There's nobody's in it though, really. I'm always reading the chat. Do not fear. I'm always here. Armed with a beer. Not keen of the old. Let you fill in the gaps. That's a good side. Don't really know about Plymouth, to be fair. They're 15th in the league. I'm led to believe. Yeah, 15th in Championship. There still should be, you know, as I say, when we played them in first, I nearly said leg then. Obviously, this is a replay in first time round last week. I was absolutely mullered in Budapest, so I cannot remember much from that. It's quite incredible that some fans want us to lose this game. Yes, Bandy. I know it's wild to me. It honestly is. Like, I don't know why you'd ever want to lose a game ever, really. And the FA Cup don't make that much of a difference, really. I know it does if you get, obviously, not really bothered for replays and that. But the FA Cup doesn't actually make that much of a difference to your season. Like, obviously, you might get a week off if you're at the FA Cup. But let's just, you know, playing Chelsea next game potentially, or obviously Aston Villa. I know Aston Villa are in far better form. But Chelsea would be a better side to play because it's just a mint fixture, isn't it? And we haven't had a big fixture for a full year, isn't it? So get that big fixture in. That's where I'm living. What a day out that'd be, away at Stamford Bridge. Or do we know if it's at home or away yet? To be fair, they probably do know. But regardless, it's a mint day. And then get Chelsea smashed up. You never know. Why not? Why not go on a little bit of a run? Be a right laugh. Dale Steele, it would be good to play a Prem team, see how far off the squad is. Exactly, sir. Exactly. It's just mint in general, isn't it? Like, it's just a mint day, even if we get spanked, which you never really, traditionally, you don't get spanked in FA Cup anyway, do you? It's sort of like a bit cagey, and they don't put out a particularly full side. Be ace. I want Chelsea, though. Everybody's saying, oh, Villa will beat Chelsea, but, I'm hoping not, to be honest. I'd rather play Chelsea. Not for the fact I think you've more chance of winning. It's just a far bigger, better game. Michael Pearson, we hate Chelsea. Exactly. That's exactly what I'm saying. That's exactly my point. So, yes. There's loads of people I've been seeing on Twitter as well that have gone down. It's absolute West Coast warlords going down there. It's like setting off well early in the morning. It's absolutely legendary. Sean Dixon can't for this one. What do you mean? I'm hoping you mean can't wait for this one. I'm buzzing about it. I don't know why, but like Tuesday after, if you'd have said to me 20 years ago, Michael Pitt, of course you get your mention, sir. You'll always get your mention. Can't wait. Yeah, neither can I, Sean. I'm well up for this one. Seriously, if you'd have said to me 20 years ago that you'd have been looking forward to a Plymouth Argyle away in FA Cup 4th round in a replay on a Tuesday night, I'd have laughed, as a 12-year-old lad, 13-year-old lad. I'd have been like, pretty sure we've like beating Besiktas like 6-0 and stuff. So not too fussed for Plymouth Argyle away. But Maureen, what's good? Are you all right? We have to win this game. Chelsea are not good at the moment. It'll be a minute if we get Chelsea. Tam, yes, Dale Steele, you're going to have to buy a TV license for this one, JackCity. Haha. Well, be that as it may, I'll have the one-off purchase. Michael Pearson and famous mate. 2-0, William Perlo. Yes, let's have it. I just called him Perlo by accident. Peru. I'm hoping Joseph. Joseph's always looked pretty good, I always thought. He always looks really keen and like he gets about a lot, doesn't he? So I'm hoping he bags today. It's mint for him, really, because he'll be up top there as well. Peru. Doing his fucking head in, you would imagine, at this point. He's never getting in up top, unless they just put Joseph in behind. But I can't imagine him doing that, because he has obviously always gone with Peru. In behind, doesn't he? Tam Gray needs to net one. We love Archie. I know it'd be a minute if he got a goal. Obviously, he's on bench today, but what about the Badger? The Badger's in here. It's not actually in use, I don't think. I don't think I'm using Badger. I think it's just straight through my laptop. So I don't really go live that often. I didn't have a chance to sort it out for the Badger. But the Badger's still in and on and over here. Don't worry about the Badger. Still in and on and over here. Mickey Tweet has retracted his message, which is a real shame. I never got to see it. The best ones are when they retract them when you see them and you see the diss and then you view it and they delete it and you go, well, I actually saw that. So, but might not have been a diss. I'm not saying it was certainly a diss, but you never know. Have I mentioned it? Follow me on Twitter. I'm now got on a massive Twitter push, but do tweet me, because honestly, they're robots. I'm getting followed by some of the fittest, horniest chicks you've ever seen, but obviously they're not real. So it's it's a shame, really. It's saddening. But yeah, shout out to everybody that has followed me. What about the Badger? Is it in and on and over here? It's always in and on and over here. Get that Badger in and on and over here. Here he is. He's in, he's on, he's over, he's here. The Badger's gone down a treat. I cannot believe how the Badger has taken off. It's so funny. Went to a game last week. Can't remember which game it was. Been to a few in December and January, and just a couple of people just came up to me and just literally said, get that Badger in and on and over. It just really makes me laugh. I didn't actually know that was a thing. Paul, can't say your second name, dude. Homeboy. I'm calling you Homeboy. Paul Homeboy. Love your stuff, dude. Thanks. No, thank you, sir. Thanks for checking it out. I appreciate it. Truly, I do. Ziggy Jones, the lineup is Meslier, silent S in net. Byram right back, Firpo left back, Rodon and Cooper centre backs, Gruev and Kamara holding midfielders, then Anthony Nonto and Peru, or Perau, Perusa, the pirouetta, and then Joseph up top. So Joseph gets his chance, which is pretty mint. I'm buzzing for the youngster. He's always looked like, I've just said, like pretty keen, always looks like he's about it. Bandy, that's really good sound for a laptop mic. Sadly, my Twitter account has been hacked. Been hacked what by when you get all them Chinese things flying in. And you end up with like, if you're not logged on for a bit and then you go on and it's like, sweet Jesus, what's happened here? I think that happened to my brother. That's pretty funny. So yeah, Ziggy Jones, decent. Yeah, it is a decent lineup, that, to be fair. And then on bench, we've got obviously Klassen, that Vander, Huvel, Cresswell, Ampadu, Gray, Somerville, Rutter, Geldart and Bamford. So proper strong bench as well, like really attacking as well. So could be a good shout if things are not going quite to plan. Ziggy Jones, by the way, I recently found out that badgers are the main predators of hedgehogs. Facts. Well, that puts me off badgers a bit because I am partial, although I'm not much of a, would it be a naturalist, or not really that? But well, I like nature, but I'll just say what I was going to say. I kind of like hedgehogs, so I'm hoping badgers and hedgehogs have got a bit more of a relationship than what I've just been told. So I'm going to ignore that, Ziggy. But thank you anyway. Knowledge is power, isn't it? Andrew Horner, you should do a quick live after the match finishes. Be better than Just Joe. It's funny you just said that because I think I'm going to go on Just Joe. I like Just Joe. I'm going to go on his channel soon, I think. So, and he's just messaged me, I think, but I can't get on my Instagram. So I might be on his live after. I'm not too sure. I don't know if I can get on with my current webcam. I don't know if I need to sort like a Zoom out or something. I don't know how he does it. So I need to noise him up before the game. Has Haribo? All right, mate. Leeds win tonight 2-1. Bosh. Let's have it. Be all over it. In and on and over here. Michael Pearson. Glad Coop's getting a game, mate. Silent S. Meslier. Silent S in there. My man Cooper. Captain Cooper back in. Solid as a rock. Sean Dixon, about time, Joseph. Come on. I am buzzing for him, to be fair. It should be mint. I just hope he is up top. Free falling. The horny badger is a monster. Oh, the honey badger is a monster. I thought you said the horny badger. He can be a horny badger, but we keep him out and off and over there when he's horny, and in and on and over here when he's not. So, Paul Homeboy, what a fun game. No injuries. Glad some fringe players starting. Yeah, it's good. It's also good whenever you see a squad like that and you think like, they are fringe players. I'm fully behind you, sir. But like, I know we all know the squad really well and stuff. But like Anthony and Nonto, Perot have all played like massive parts in the team. Cooper's played big part in the side this season. So as much as they are fringe players, and I'm fully on board, we do have that sort of squad, don't we? Where he's like strong in terms of like they are actually playing a part in the games. And even Joseph, to some extent, has come on for some minutes. It's not just we're not just slapping in players, like just for the sake of it type of thing. Like, you don't really know much about or you've not seen play much. So in that, and like Byram's coming back, it's good. It's far better when it's like that. Like Anthony's obviously Anthony, Nonto, and Peru. Peru started Pirouetta. He started season, didn't he, up to Bamford started banging him in. So he has been the first team player, but I'm not disputing the fringe player statement. So I agree fully. It's just good though, innit? When we feel like we've got a strong squad. Andy Rowe, what's your snack of choice? I'm always snacked up, sir. I've always got a full bag of digestives. I've always got some ginger nuts. I'm in my studio, so if I don't have these, I feel the need to move, like go downstairs and leave the studio, leave the lab. So, and then I can quite easily procrastinate and waste a good hour and a half if I leave this room. So I normally, traditionally, I've bought a little teapot, which initially I thought were really lame, but I have made the purchase, and I bring that out with me so I don't even have to leave for a cup of tea. But I am starting to think that I'm having far too much caffeine. I'm like absolutely smashing it, and I'll have like a coffee and like 9 teas a day. It's like, yeah, I get a bit shaky. And then the Red Bull. while I'm at work, which is not always, not always a good idea. But yeah, I like to be able to be pinned in here, and then I can just try and get some work done. That's not suggesting that I don't procrastinate up here, because I certainly do. Yeah, I've started my to-do list, got my to-do list, got my snacks. I'm not much of it, to be fair, like a bit of chocolate and that, but I just like biscuits. I'm a biscuit fiend. I like them Belvita things as well that are really dry and really pretty shit, to be fair, but don't know if anybody, not them Belvita ones that have got something in the middle of them, the Belvita ones that are like Yorkshire decaf is king. Yeah, I might have to smash up some decaf. I don't know. I don't know if I can do it to myself. Yorkshire tea, man. Or to be honest, I know I'll get loads of abuse for this, but I do like a Tetley's. I can't fault a Tetley's. It's just simple, it's crisp off the tongue. After fish and chips, a nice Tetley's just cleanses the palate. But yes, indeed. So I put a poll on my Twitter today, because I am now on Twitter. Everybody, as I don't know if I've mentioned it, but you can't vote on your own poll, which I think is a crying shame. So, cause I, do my best to be funny. Not very good at it, but put a third option on there, and I can't even vote. I wanted to vote, but that is currently second in the voting. Has Haribo have herbal tea, a nice pineapple haze tea? Can't do that either, dude. I would, but I can't. I've tried all different herbal ones, and like the only one I can handle is green tea. I don't mind a green tea, but the herbal ones spaz me out, man. They freak me out. I can't. It's too much. It's too much. But yeah, I've not had I've only had 13 votes on this poll, but it's only half an hour ago I put it up. But who wants to have this cup run? Me, not me, and then me with the big Will E. And me has got 46.2% of the votes. Not me has got 23.1% of the votes. And me with the big Will E has got 30.8% of the votes. Now, I cannot believe me with the big Will E isn't winning, but me is. Any advance on flipping heck? Fucking hell. Cheers, Bandy. I forgot about that, to be fair. That's going to go on. So that's just a random beat that at the moment. Free falling, would love a cup run. That's where I'm living, boy. I would love it. Love it if we beat them in next round, them Chelsea people. But Bandy, yes, to talk about flipping heck, that's just a random beat but that will be on the end of. So I've got like not a long track, but like a 3-minute track and the build up is to that moment where I go into the flipping heck verse, as it were. So it should hopefully be the grand finale that garners me viral attention, which it obviously won't do. But hopefully, with you boys' help with the next few releases that I have planned, I need to put a proper plan together, proper release plan, get it smushed out. But yeah, follow me on Twitter. Don't know if I've mentioned it. Me with the big Willie, get the votes in. Me with the big Willie. I honestly can't. I don't understand why people don't want to win. It seems insane to me. Like, just get on that cup run. And does it really matter? Truthfully, because you don't know if it has any effect on the league. You don't know whether it does or not, do you? In truth, people like refer to that Hull or something that got to final. It's like, with the greatest respect, they were shit anyway, weren't they? They'd have probably gone down regardless of getting to a cup final. I can understand it to some extent if you're going for 4 trophies and, you think, well, FA Cup's going to get in way a bit, or League Cup or whatever. But come on, let's have a go at FA Cup here. Paul Homeboy would love to beat Chelsea at their place with their fans booing. Yeah, it'd be exceptional, wouldn't it? Do we know if it's at home or away? Is it an away tie, that? Because we should know, shouldn't we? Because it's been drawn, hasn't it? So if it's away, it'll be yeah, it is. Bosh. What a tune that'd be. Be an ace, that, wouldn't it? What a laugh. And I actually think we've got a pretty good chance of smashing Chelsea up. They're absolutely wingtash at minute, aren't they? Babiglione. Although Babiglione good, I don't know. Yeah. An upset is not on the cards, boys. Stop this. We got this. Me with the big Willie. have a look. Shall we have a read of some tweets here? This is the absolute Wild West on here. I can't quite believe it. It really is a mad world on here. Also, just before I do so, on the fringe players, it's kind of what I'm saying. So we've made 5 changes tonight. Ampadu's obviously been rested. Joseph up top, Cooper, Byram. So, but it don't feel like 5 changes, does it? The only sort of out there one feels like Joseph, which is kind of what that's what I'm trying to get at. Are you with me? Are you with me? Joe Peru. I live with my girlfriend and son on the outside of Leeds. The club really advises against living in the middle of the city. Rutter is my neighbour, so it's nice here. Don't know why that's come up, but that's come up. Easy 4-0 win for the Whites. Mickey, yes, good up. Interesting that the club actually advise you to stay out of the Leeds city centre. I think that's obviously, what do you reckon that's to do with where we are located in the, where our training ground is and stuff, like near Wetherby? Because it'd be a bit of a hike out at centre of Leeds, wouldn't it, every day? But do you think it's just to keep them away from the immense nightlife and the boozers? I would imagine probably a combination of all. But I think it's a bit of a shame that they advise not to stay in centre, although I can't imagine Peru and Rutter particularly want to go out on lash with boys. But although, having said that, I saw Rutter at Leeds Fest, so what am I talking about? There's no abuse going on here. This seems a real shame. Manchester United fans displaying their love and admiration for Leeds United fans. That's got to be a joke. Yeah, I'm going to do one in a minute, boys. Though, with you've had your pop off your pop. Can't remember it was that asked me to go live, but I said I'd start going live a little bit more. So here I am. I had to download a different web browser to do this as well. So appreciate me. Be with me. I didn't have to download it, to be fair. I just had to sign in, but it's a pain in the ass signing in. Phil Hayes done an article. Phil Hayes, the man, isn't he? The man with the plan. I'll do like a bit of Phil Hay, the bald eagle. He's done an article on. Oh no, that's tickled me. He's done an article on the wins and the losses of the youngsters. Dick Dastardly, yes, quick shit live. You're damn right, boy. Did you asterisk out the shits? It won't let you send it. I need to remind people when they comment, if you put any swear word in it, I don't see it. And then I get people like telling me, like, "Oh, you've deleted have you blocked me? Have you deleted my tweets? Deleting my things?" Or like, I've never deleted anybody, never blocked anybody. I couldn't give a monkey's what anybody says. Say whatever you want. But if you swear, it doesn't come up. And then sometimes I'll see it on my phone. I'll go to reply, and they'll get a like because I can like it without opening it, and then it's gone when I open it to reply. Bandy, very nice to see you on a live, Minty. Very nice for you to be with me on the live, Bandy. You're a solid champ. You're always here, man. I appreciate it. Free falling. I was hoping Cresswell would get a had a very long day, but just mentioned him. I think that is a crying shame that we've got rid of Helder, to be fair. Not a crying shame. Steady on, Jackie boy. Seriously. Go easy there, boy. But yeah, I think we could not necessarily even miss him. To be fair, it is what it is, isn't it? He's been through a few managers. I'm now going back on what I just said, but he's been through a few managers and it's not really worked out for him. So, is what it is, isn't it? But that's what this article's about. Phil Hay. So he's on about Somerville, Struick, Meslier, Silent S, Pavard, Helder, like all the players that we brought in, like the hit and misses, as it paid off basically, because we went for a lot of youth, didn't we? So it's interesting. Wayne Garbo, evening Badger. Yes, Badger. Say hello, Badge. 2-1 win tonight. Bosh. Dick Dastardly. If you swear it don't come up, that's bollocks. Lol. It is bollocks, but it's true. Bollocks is in dictionary, so you might have got away with that. I've got a rhyme about Dick Dastardly, and it will be on a release soon. I'm a slack Dick Dastardly bastard. That's the start of the rhyme, but if I would tell you the rest, but I can't remember it, so I'd have to look up my own lyrics, which is a bit lame. Doesn't seem like I write them or something. Paul Homeboy would have loved Bielsa to have the support Farke's getting on and on and on. Yeah, I know. I like Farke though. I don't. Not that you're saying you don't. I'm just saying in general. I like the Gadge. I think he's doing a grand old Duke of York job, but he does have a better side than Bielsa did have. But I sort of feel like he's getting compared to Bielsa a lot, which is bound to happen. But that's probably a good thing, and it means we're actually on some sort of a road to redemption or a road to recovery. Because ultimately, if we were getting compared to Marsh, it's his anniversary today. It's a year today, you know, that we lost that Jeb end. So thank God that he's getting compared to Bielsa. But it's nature at beast, isn't it? He's going to be. I'm glad he's still well thought of and well remembered. I got a bit of shit on Twitter the other day because don't know if I mentioned, but follow me on Twitter. Because I said that, you know, I think he's unfairly getting compared to Bielsa, but because as though Bielsa will be doing a better job than Farke, which he'd be playing probably. Well, we know the type of football he'd be playing. It's sensational stuff, isn't it? But I don't know whether we'd have any more points on board. We probably would, because he'd have probably got more out of the initial squad. I think Bielsa's a better coach, probably. I don't know. It's really hard, isn't it? I love Bielsa so much, and he brought my love back to football, more or less, to be honest. Not to be too extreme about it, but I'd become a bit disenfranchised with it all, and he did get me full back on board, so I do owe that to him, to be honest. Paul, literally exactly where I'm living, sir. Couldn't have said it better myself, mate. It's a right trek down to Plymouth, isn't it? Saw some people getting on train and that. It's like 4 hours on train. It's not awful, is it? And my guy had put, I don't know him, but he'd put that he's off on Champ Man all the way down. I just thought, yes, you ledge. Don't know if it's Football Manager now or Champ Manager, but what a touch that is. Bandit, big shame, my heart. I did not want Daniel Farke, however, he's the best choice we could have made. I agree, sir, yeah. When we were snooping around and like we're talking about Bowyer and stuff, and now put on Twitter, actually, don't know if I mentioned, follow me on Twitter, that I love Bowyer, but that would have been a bit of a wild appointment, wouldn't it? He's not really done all, and it's one of them like appointments that like Scum have been making when they draft Solskjaer in or Chelsea with Lampard. It's just a bit like, ugh, don't be doing that. I didn't realise Eden Hazard's brother plays in net for Plymouth, which is interesting. On here online, they've got Peru up front and then Joseph in behind, but I ain't having that at the moment. And they've spelt Meslier with an S, which is a bit weird. I thought it was a silent S, but free falling. Farke is a culling machine, especially with how many players he's got rid of. Yeah, to be fair though, you know, everybody's been calling to get rid of absolutely everybody since I started the channel. It's like, lose a game, get rid of everybody. They're all shit, worthless punks. Get rid immediate, with immediate effect. At least Farke's had a bit of a look at it, and kept Joseph. Won't let Cooper go, because apparently that is really is festering. That apparently there was a bit of, you know, he wanted some football. But I think get rid of him to some, you know, if they're not, like, he's got rid of Jed Spence, and we could have done with Jed Spence in reality, but it's just like, if there's obviously something going on, and it's just get out, boy. Obviously using Gray a lot. He's kept all the Geldart. He's brought Geldart back, because Geldart went out on loan, didn't he? Did Geldart go out on loan this season? Becomes a bit of a mush. I thought, or did he just miss out? I can't remember. I know he got loaned out last year, didn't he? But no, he didn't, did he? Oh, bloody hell. Yeah, loan link. Leeds reject up. Yeah, fuck knows. He's on bench, so stick that up your dojo. Right, boys, I'm going to do one. And Wayne Garbutt Geldart's still in the club. Yeah, I know. I didn't know whether he dragged him back. He's on bench today, but I didn't know whether he dragged him back from shipping him out somewhere, but he obviously hasn't. Big win tonight, though. Piece of piss. I might be, if I can, I'm going to jump on with just Joe after, if everybody's about. He says, I'm just looking now. Game at 9:45. Do a live post match if you want it in. So I'm going to try and get in on that, but I don't know. I don't know if I can, because I don't know if. Well, I'm going to talk to him. But yeah, so nice one. So take it easy, everybody. I might see on there if Joe is doing a live after game. I will not be trying to get in the way of that. So I will let him do his thing. Let him have his. Not try look like I'm following him about. Mark Jones, hey up you fecker. How's you? I'm good, big lad. I'm good. Ist good. How ist? Ist's not bad. Ist gonna get a big win, boy. You fecker. Do you know what? My favourite thing about this channel, I think, is somebody like Mark Jones can come on who I comments a lot and I've talked to a lot and got a lot of appreciation for. And thinks he can jump on and go, hey up you fecker. Where's the Stig, for instance? And it's totally like one of my mates just saying, hey up you fucker. And they're like, hey up lad. And I know it's literally meant like, hey up mate. And you know, I don't know whether I've met you or not. I might have bumped into you at some point, but I just find that funny. And that is why we continue with this nonsense channel. Free falling, jog on then, Jack. This is what I'm saying. Taken nicely. Mark Jones. Bandy, well done. Right, I'm off, boys. Nice one. Wicked flicker, flicker, pff, pff, flicker, flicker. Oh, I'm not gone yet. Fuck, you got to click it 3 times.